I feel honored. So yesterday, was it yesterday? The kale. I had cooked the kale with the red onions and the kielbasa sausage and the with kale, sweet potato, red onions, and sausage. Somebody just called me and asked me for the recipe. They said, I'm at the grocery store now. What did you put in it? And so I told them, I'm like, it's real simple. X, Y, Z, Z, Z. So they're like, man, I'm gonna make it now. I feel honored. I gotta really clean up tonight myself because my scalp itching. So that means I went too many days without washing my hair. It was just about 2 days, but still, it's, I'm talking about inflamed. So, gonna wash my hair and wash all my parts and all that good stuff. Yeah, everything. I threw off everything I was saying. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm do. I'm trying to think of a small 20-minute exercise I could do. Tomorrow, I'm gonna increase it to 20 minutes. Knock it out. 20-minute cardio. Oh yeah, insanity. The only insanity anybody should be doing is the Sean, what's his name? That person that be working out. That's the only insanity any shot body should be doing.
Always thinking somebody's trying to stop you from doing, and they don't want me to, you know. Who don't want you?
Now which it could be people calling on the internet, called that her job that last time. It could have been. Um, but if she is trying to get on her feet and do right, let her make it. Let her do her thing. Don't sit there and say she on internet begging, and then when she try to get a job to do right, you sabotage her to get her fired either. Let her make it. Now that's me being neutral, non-biased. That's not me spewing hate. I know there's a lot of people can't stand her and they fucking hate her. You know what I'm saying? I personally can't stand her either, but in that type of situation, the goal is to try to get her to stop begging for money.
She needs to get on her feet permanently and stop this insanity.
But at the end of the day,
No, she don't.
I think she, well, no, she looked like she was having fun at that fucking job. I think she had more fun at that job, bouncing on the bouncer later, than she is at this job. I think that's why she was real pissed about losing that job.
She ain't never gonna what you call it.
But to be fair, when you have mental illness, it's not easy for you to keep a job anyway. But there are some people, like my friend DeAndre, he's schizoaffective. And he been working at Kroger for years. Like, I knew him since 2014. I met him. And he ain't no telling how long he been working at Kroger since before I met him. And he stayed at that job. And I got a brother that I know also can keep a job. A couple of brothers. So it's possible it can be done. So, but then there are people like my twin sister and people like my husband. I feel like the money should just come to them. Entitled. So.
Listen, I'm gonna say what I said. Because she ain't gonna change. She gonna screw herself up.
I think that medicine kicking in.
Screw herself up. Ain't no being nice to her, because when you get nice, guess what happens? Ain't no being nice to her, because
I ain't saying shit about being nice. I'm talking about when she's doing good at a certain angle in her life, let her make it.
she jams herself up. And she just be
Yeah,
like,
she does
I don't
jack-
understand why they, who?
She does jack herself up. But I'm saying when she is doing good,
Ain't nobody in her way. You be like, go ahead and get you an apartment and go get you a room or go get you some permanent, you know what I'm saying, over your head. That way you don't have to be out on the street.
I'm saying if somebody is deliberately trying to sabotage her,
Okay.
that's an if factor.
Right. Right.
But to say that I'm trying to sabotage her, no. But my thing was, you gonna say that me saying don't send her no GoFundMe money? Because she said fuck all y'all, or said fuck the TI community when she reached out to them to help. And then when the minute they disagree or the minute they start to question her intentions, it's fuck y'all. And I say don't send her no money, that's a little different. Or when I say don't send her no money to that GoFundMe because she lied on me about what happened. Or she lied on us about what happened. That whole GoFundMe is bogus. Being tortured, organs being cooked, and
Now that woman said, ain't nobody got time for that.
brought into a cult, raised up in a cult. I ain't never heard no cult tell you to do the right thing in life.
Okay.
I ain't never heard no cult tell you that it's a possibility that you can go to heaven, or that heaven could be right here, or to focus on celestial things or heavenly things, because this right here ain't gonna last forever.
No, it is not.
I never heard no cult talk like that. Not saying that the military is the end all to be all, but fuck, we put our lives on the line. They say the police put their lives on the line too, and firemen put their lives on the line. And just like there's bad apples in every bunch, Just like I ran into what the bad apple that I ran into in the military, a couple of them. Uh, there's people that come that don't make it home to their wives and children. They come home. That flag come home, or they come home with missing limbs. Come home and gotta be subject to all these medications that cause them to lose their limbs, or cause them to gain weight, or cause them a multitude of illnesses. You don't know what the fuck us veterans gotta go through.
Oh shit. You serious? Are you serious?
They worse than keeping the Christmas lights up after New
I'm
Year's.
trying to tell you, this is some bogus mess here. And I'm telling you.
Remember how many times you kicked my ass because you was mad because I was going to the military and you weren't. But what if it was you that was raped in the military? And nobody believed you or laughed at you for being raped. Going out to carry such duties as that. You remember, you wanted to go to the military at some point. Oh gosh, it's medication. I don't know how this girl went from used to wanting to be Hispanic to calling people illegal Mexicans, wanting to be in the military to, and that's what makes me think that maybe she trains herself to hate things so it don't get to her. Maybe it's just like me. I always felt like she trained herself up to, programmed herself to hate me to get away from the guilt, feeling the guilt of what she did when we were younger.
Mm.
I was always like, why she hate me the most out of all the siblings? And I was like, pretty sure there's other siblings that she could probably hate more than me. But it's me. It's me. Yeah. I'm like, I'll never understand why. But then I started figuring out throughout the years. For some reason, for whatever reason, she trained herself up. She programmed herself to hate me. Yep.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. But then you can't proclaim yourself to be a devoted Christian. I love Jesus when you carry that much hate. Like, but you are who you are. You can't sit there and say, you gotta let that go. You gotta change. No, that thing there, gotta be cast out. Gotta be cast out. That type of thing, ain't no changing overnight. So, uh, yeah. Uh, it's just, they say she don't know what she's doing, but the ability to block someone when you know that you called them out, fucked with them, and the ability to block them so they can't speak up for themselves or defend themselves is just, uh, yeah. Yep. Fucking cough pill. Stronger than I thought. Mm. You can't sit there and be talking about how black folks are being treated. You treat your own people like you do, and you try to justify it in the name of gang stalking. That's all be all hypocrisy. Say you don't have no support, and you got people liking your page and commenting, and you're like, I don't have no help, and I'm like, and these people still liking it and commenting on your shit, and I'm like, she talking about you, dumbass. But you sitting there clicking like on her shit and comment. You know, I've sat there and said, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me. You know how many fucking people get offended when I say that shit? Like, what about me? Hello? I'm here. I care. I'll be like, nobody cares if I live or die. Hello? You forgot I'm here? I mean, I talk to you every day, but bitch, I give a fuck. I don't want to lose you. My world would crush if you weren't here. This is the same principle. She slapped these folks in the face on the daily, and it just be, oh, blah, 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 blah. I do. Maybe it's not for me to understand. If I don't get it by now, you know what? That's not for me. God did not put that for me. I don't understand it. She sit there and say she don't have no supporters. All her supporters left her. And she's getting likes on her shit. Sometimes more likes than I get. She said, where's everybody gone? Where's all the TIs gone? They comment on your shit. You don't see them? It's like all the TIs are disappearing. Y'all don't understand. Like, this girl's living in a fantasy world. And she sit there and legit will say she's like the only TI left. And y'all will click like on her shit. And y'all will comment on her shit. That she's in her own delusional world. That nobody's a targeted individual but her. Right. She's in her own targeted psych world.
Candy, get it together.
And I'm not done with these perp walks that she talking about. She going, why you don't call it a TI walk? Why it gotta be a perp walk?
Get your life together. You get that together and be busy about getting your life together. Stop worrying about everybody else. Oh, look, he's watching me, or look, she's doing this.
But you gotta be watching them for them to know that they're watching you. Huh? God, dog, this fucking shit hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm gone.